Hello and welcome to Lean Into Your Light. I'm one of your co-hosts, Lori Urbaniak, and I'm here with
Kimberly K. French. Nice to be here again with you, Lori.
Yes, it's great to be here, even though we're on day 2 of daylight saving, or what do you call it now in the spring? Um, Daylight, lose an hour in the morning of
Yeah.
light.
That hit me hard on Sunday. I was like, I forgot about it, so I went to bed late that night, and then I had to wake up
Oh,
early. And I'm
you
like,
got ripped off
why
of
did
an hour. Yeah,
why did I do that?
yeah, I
Staying
know.
up late can work for you in fall, but not in spring.
Right. I was so proud of myself. I slept till like I don't know, 4:50, which is late for me. And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh no, it's kind of really still 3:50, but all right, well, that's okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
this one's hard for me. I'm a morning person, so I think it affects me more. I mean, not
Hmm.
that I am minding the later light in the evening, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
love that.
just yes, it's a good thing. It is a good thing. So, did you have a
Yeah.
nice week?
I did. I had a nice weekend. Like I got to do something really silly and fun on Sunday.
Tell
I
me.
Yeah, am I have been coordinating this outreach auction at our church the last 3 years. So
Mm-hmm.
we raise funds for these ministries that support the homeless or schools in Uganda or different things, Habitat for Humanity. And it's a long tradition in this church, like 40 some years they've been doing this outreach auction.
Oh.
And so on Sunday, I dressed up in an 1800s costume and did a short little skit. I was Mabel.
Oh my God. I love that name. That's so
Yeah.
great.
My
Oh, how
partner was
fun.
Agatha, so it was a lot of fun.
I think costume dress is fun to begin with. Not just on Halloween, but it is fun to be somebody else for a little bit of time during your day. I
I
like that.
ball.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
And
Yeah.
you go to Amazon and they have it all on Amazon. I got it within 3 days. A
Oh,
skirt, a shirt, the little like waist belt,
oh.
and 3 days, and I have a costume from the 1800s, and I didn't have to go running from costume shop to costume shop and spend like $100 or rent a
Oh
costume.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, the curse and blessing of Amazon, I think.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. That is
Yeah.
true.
I know you can I darn it, I can't remember what it was, but it was something just the other day. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this. It was not an emergency. It was just something for the house. I can't remember what it was. And it's like, we'll deliver it within 10 hours, or we'll deliver between
Oh,
4 a.m. and 6. I'm like, hold on. It's not a first aid kit. I'm good. Like,
yeah.
take your time, get it to me. Did you notice they have this delivery options now that if you pick a day later or two, it has pick the day with less stops or more stop or
Mhm.
something in your area, and they give you a little tiny credit to your account, like $1.50 or something like that. I always pick that but I did this one on purpose because I wanted to see if it actually worked, and it sure the heck did. It
Yeah.
was boom right there. So
Yeah, that's crazy. I shipped some stuff to Phoenix, and Phoenix has a huge Amazon distribution center.
yeah.
So usually, if I'm sending something to somebody, it's like they can have it within the next 3 hours. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's crazy. That is
yeah.
run, as they say, like a well-oiled machine, that place. Do you remember when it was just books? That's all they
Yeah.
sold. I still have a bookmark from the original Amazon. You just throw a bookmark in the books that you bought. And my kids were like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it started out as a online bookstore." I
Yep.
said at the beginning it was eBay where everybody went to buy stuff,
Hmm.
and then it just morphed into this conglomerate mega monster giant
Gigantic.
whatever. I don't know what you call it, global store. I don't know. My goodness, but
Uh,
yeah.
well, you should keep that bookmark. It might be worth something,
I
someday.
know. I didn't even know I had it, and I opened a book after I moved or something, and it's still smashed in there, so it's in good shape. But yeah, they were like, "What is this?" I was like, "Well, let me tell you a story of 2005 or 2000. I don't even know when it turned into
Yeah.
whatever it is now."
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know how we talk about Amazon, but Oh, your
Yeah, 'cause we're
costume.
supposed to.
That is what we were talking about.
Yes, the
Yes.
costume, and that's, because we're supposed to be this week, we're supposed to be talking about play.
Play. Yes.
How do
Because,
we have fun?
play is as important as what we eat and who we spend our time with and what goes on in our head and how we move our bodies. It's really important to play. And I
Mhm,
think maybe it's our age that we forget that that's really important. And then it doesn't really happen or we don't notice when we're doing it. You know what I mean? And I was actually talking to one of my son. I had him and his soon to be wife over for dinner
mm,
on Saturday. I told him we were talking about this, and he said something that was kind of good. He said play's different for everybody because I was talking
mhm,
about my other daughter who her plays are adventure and adrenaline
mm,
boosting and being outside and just that's her idea of play and fun. And I was like, yes, but I don't need the adrenaline, I don't think, to play.
mhm,
And then they both looked at me and they said, well, you like writing? And I said, I do. I don't, because I just told them about finishing all the edits on my book 4. And I was like, oh, put it away. But I do like the writing process. So to
mhm.
me, that's fun. I like doing that.
Yeah,
So it doesn't have to be physical. And what my son said was like, play is different for everybody.
yeah.
And I agree. So that didn't help me find really anything that I like to do. I guess I do like to be outside. I don't know that going for a walk in my neighborhood is considered play,
Mhm,
but it's fun for me. I like going,
mhm,
especially now. The birds are chirping, and so I love hearing nature. Even though I live
mhm.
in a city, I love hearing the nature and seeing the squirrels running around and the robins and the little tiny buds starting to come up on like that's fun to me to notice
Yeah.
things like that. But
I don't know, I
so
think, whatever makes you smile, whatever makes you
hmm
laugh.
there
In
you
fact,
go.
I'm going to Google right now, what is the definition of play? Because,
Okay.
it is different for everyone, but I always think of it, well, whatever makes me smile, whatever makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what, okay, there's a bunch of different definitions here. So to take part in a sport, that's
Okay.
play.
Yeah.
Here's one that I think that we're going for. Engage in an activity for enjoyment and recreation rather than a serious or practical pursuit.
Or competitive. Yeah. Just fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
enjoyment. So that's where I get the word joy. And I think whenever
Mm-hmm.
joy is like what brings a smile to my face. Like
Mm-hmm.
right now, my cat is sitting right here and she's looking all cute. She's on her back and she's wanting me to
Aw.
scratch her. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to scratch her. And I enjoy that. And that's kind of play to kind of, hang out with your cats and
And
play with them.
yes, animals can give you so much happiness and joy.
Yeah.
Yes. And play, yeah, and even play. I mean, if you take your dogs to the park and throw a ball around or
Hmm.
whatever it is, that's
Or I get a
fun.
wand out. I'll get a wand out for the cat. She'll start playing and then I'll start laughing. And then,
There you go.
as simple as that sometimes.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. I think that's true. I think it's just recognizing it because I think we, go through our day and we're busy and we're engaged in work or whatever it is. And we
Hmm.
forget that, oh, I laughed at this or I saw something funny.
Hmm.
I bought a bunch of these little, have you seen the mixed tills? They're like mixed tiles, I guess. They're like little 8x8 squares that you can put pictures of whatever on, and they
Hmm.
come in a little black frame and they stick onto the wall, and they're fun, right?
Yeah.
So I got some couple ones that I put like as in the hallway towards my bedroom door that make me laugh.
Mm.
And the one that I have that I laugh at every stinking time, it's an animated one. It has two unicorns standing on a cliff and they're looking out to what is Noah's Ark. When
Mm.
it shows all the rain coming down and the animals are looking at them and they're like at the bottom, the caption says, "Oh crap, was that today?" See, to me that's funny because there are unicorns somewhere, I think. And they just forgot
Yes.
to get on Noah's Ark. I mean, but that makes me laugh every time I walk past. So there's I have a couple other ones, but that's the one that I get a chuckle out every time. So
Yeah.
having funny things, and I think laughing is fun, to
Mhm.
laugh and find things that make you, like you said, make you smile, make you laugh. Um, yes, and it doesn't have to be scrolling on Instagram or Facebook that makes you find funny things like that too.
No. Your soul already knows, right? Your soul knows what makes you laugh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? Your history, whatever it is that makes you who you are. My husband walks in, and I have this very um, interesting calendar on the wall that a friend gave me. It's the word F. You know, Fuck is throughout the whole thing. Like March has a bunch of cherries and cherry blossoms, and it says "Choose effing happy." And he always is like, "Choose effing happy, Give."
There you
He
go.
laughs.
Yes, I think it's funny. I use that word quite a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
But it's probably one of my favorite words, but not, and I don't say it in anger a lot of
Mm.
the time. You know, it's kind of like an adjective
Yeah.
for some things.
Well, you can add funny and humor using swear words for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I have a coffee mug that I had to get, made me laugh, and it says, um, oh, I'm not gonna remember it now, but it has the F word in it, and it's something like, "What?" And I cannot stress this enough. The fuck is this, or is going on, or something like that. But to me, it's
Hmm.
funny. So I
Yeah.
use that in the morning a little bit, and I have another one. F off on writing that my son got me, which I made into a little picture here, mixed towel that I put by my
Hmm.
desk so I can look at that. Yes.
Yeah.
Just a little reminder that
Yeah.
we're.
Reminders are so important. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I forget to play and I get in serious mode
Uh,
and I have to be reminded. And I think when
mm-hmm.
my daughter was younger, that was my reminder, right? Like she was my
Mm-hmm.
reminder. But, as I get older, I've got to be more conscientious about my own reminders
Mm-hmm.
and, just having those little things all over, like,
Yeah.
and just remembering.
Yes. Yes. Well, yeah. Figuring out that you are, remember, I think just checking in with yourself throughout the
Hmm.
day, to pause what you're doing for a moment and just like look outside and go, "Well, that's great," or do something
Yeah.
different. And
Yeah.
DND, do something different.
Yeah.
I would say that too. But yeah, it's fun to have fun. Just remember that. And it doesn't have to look like anybody else's fun.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a big grand thing either. It's like,
Mm-mm.
I'm going to like pause Alexa right there because otherwise she's going to start talking to me when I start talking about her. But I will, have her give me reminders and put on music at a certain time of day so
Oh,
that I can remember to dance. And so music always lifts me out, and I always
love
find
that.
fun and like twirling around and getting some fun music on because there's a lot of fun music.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Do you ask her to play like dance music, or like from the, I don't know. How do you ask her? What do you say put on?
Yeah,
Just,
I found a good playlist on Apple called Boost My Confidence. And it's a whole bunch of fun, like female empowerment songs and different things.
oh.
I mean, there's one by Doja Cat, which is Boss Bitch. And it's just a funny song. It's just like, I'm a bitch. I'm a boss. I'm a bitch. I'm a boss. I don't. It's just so funny to sing to. And it's like, reminds me of, have you ever seen The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds, where they
Yes
go to
and no.
Alaska?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I've seen
Well,
that. Mm-hmm.
there's a scene where she's out there and Betty White is dancing around in the circle doing a ritual, like a release ritual.
Uh-huh.
And Sandra Bullock is sitting there, doing a grinding like to hip hop song. I feel a little bit like that sometimes.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes. And when you that, like today, that the exercise where, to show that you're not getting old, is that if you're sitting crisscross applesauce, you stand up by yourself
Mm.
without pushing your hands on the floor or your knees. You just stand up. That's like a key to determining how old you are, or something, how you're aging, I guess.
Mm.
And so today I was like, dude, I'm doing that. And I have carpet and socks on. And I went to, I was sitting there and I put my feet underneath me really quickly. And I went, whee! Now I'm trying to prove how fit I am for my age. I could have
Mhm.
been really pissed off and gotten angry and said, "Oh my God, what's that?" So it wasn't like I failed. It was just I pushed my feet too quick. And I laughed I was rolling on the floor laughing because I was like, well, this is what old people do. They fall down, but then I did it. But I mean, I could have beaten myself up over it, like, oh my God, you fell. How could you? It wasn't like a total fall, but it was kind of funny to me. So, I mean, stuff like that. Laugh at yourself, let's
Yeah.
prove how young and spry you are. Whoa! And
Fall over.
you land back on your butt. But yeah, stuff like that. It's funny. And speaking of that, I went back to the gym today after nearly 2 years, and I went for probably 8 or 9 years, several times a week.
Mhm.
And I went back and I went to there's a gym a mile away that I tried, and it was one of those big $10 a month, and there's
Mm.
7,000 people there, and it's in a it's an old Kmart, so it's gigantic. And
Mm.
I never could get used to it. So anyway, I went back to my old gym, which is a whole 4 miles away instead of one. So it's not, anyway, I felt so amazing going there.
Mm.
That was fun to me. That was fun. I felt like I am giving my body something that it really needs, and I'm going to have a good time with it, and it was just so nice to be back. And it was a different space for me, because before it was kind of like, hurry and do the workout and get home, and now I'm like, I don't have to hurry. I
Mhm.
planned this so I can spend a good solid hour here and not go, "Oh, I gotta go, I gotta hurry home." It was very enjoyable to me to be there and to feel my body sweating and to feel it
Mhm.
working. And I just, that was fun to me. I know people don't, you know, say that always about exercise, but when I had been away from it for so long,
Yeah.
my body was screaming at me to go back. And so when I
Mhm.
did, it was very happy. And I did it in such a way that I feel like I went to the gym, but I can walk. I'm not sore. And I did leg workout, and I'm
Oh,
not
goodness.
sore. I didn't have to prove anything, It was just your back.
Yeah.
And I think when you set goals like, I'm going to go to the gym 7 days a week. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't say that. But you're going to go and you're going to enjoy it. And that is more of a goal. Giving
Mhm.
yourself that gift of exercising, moving your body, and listening. Maybe not everybody has this, go to the gym. But I did. So I finally listened. And I think everybody on all the helpers that I have are like, okay, we got her to do that. Now let's move on to
Mhm.
something else.
Yeah. I think most everyone's inner guidance tells them you need to move more and you need to eat a
Mm-hmm.
little healthier, but we don't always listen. But yeah,
Yeah.
getting yourself to the gym is the hard part. But
Mm-hmm.
knowing how you're going to feel afterwards, that's the thing that you go for, right? Because you
It
always feel so
is.
good.
Yes. And I remembered that. That's what kept that feel of having that nice sweat walking out the door,
Mhm.
how that feels. Like you set yourself up. And I used to have to go. The gym opens at 5, and I used to get there at 5 because I had to
Mm.
get to work by 7. So it was kind of a rush job, go
Yeah.
to the gym, hurry up, da 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 da, you know. And then I was like, "Whoa, I don't have to do that now." Like I went
Mm.
yesterday, which I never do. I went at like, what was it, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Mm.
I was like, yeah, you don't have to go at 5, you freak. You can go whenever you want to, because I do like going first thing, but it didn't work
Mhm.
yesterday. So I could go at 1. Today, I'm going to probably go after this. And then
Yeah.
Wednesday, I'm not going to go. And then, so I'm just going to plan it for sure, but not kind of obsess and set
Yeah.
myself up to not go, when you try and do too much.
Yeah.
Um,
Most definitely. I started a program I really enjoying. I'm in week
I
6.
was gonna ask you.
Yeah, and, signed up with a coach, an online community. They have 3 Zoom workouts per day. It's like a 30-minute workout. Quick hit,
Oh,
5
three
minute.
per day. That's nice.
Yeah, 3 per day live, and then he has all of them recorded as well. So if I can't make a live one, I
Ah,
can always do the recorded one. But it's
pop
so
on. Yeah.
easy just to, 5 minutes of warm up, 20 minutes of, hit workout where you're just sweating a little bit, and then 5 minutes of cool down. And the community is what makes it, because it
Mm,
is like they're encouraging you. They're like, "Oh, Kim, great
mm-hmm.
job. Thanks for showing up
Aw.
today." And that's fun for me, is to be recognized for
Yes.
myself for,
Mm-hmm.
putting the effort in. And
Yes.
that first month, he's like, "Do not work until you're sore. You're getting back into this." Same like you just said. Your goal is not to hammer your muscles so much that you're not
I
want to
mean,
come back tomorrow, right? Because that's no fun.
yes.
So make it
Do,
fun and enjoyable, and then
exactly.
you're bound to come back and do the things that are good for you. So I'm here at week 6. I've been working out 6 times a week
Good for
and taking one day off.
you.
Yeah, I'm getting strong,
I love
and
it.
I'm doing those squats. Like, I'm gonna go test myself now with the sitting up from
Yeah.
from crisscross
Yes.
applesauce, whatever. What's that called? It's like you're just sitting down with your legs
Yeah,
crossed.
cross legs. Yeah, I call it crisscross applesauce. Yeah. Do that. Just pop right up, girl. You got it.
That's right. I'm gonna
I
practice it.
think it's yes. And I'm so glad you brought up the really soreness thing, because my friend Scott, he's a personal trainer, and he's always like, Lori, come on over. And so, okay, Scott, yes. He's, in his mid to late 30s, and he's a trainer, so he's in great shape.
Mhm.
So I went a couple times, and every time I've gone, one time his arms, one time his legs. The last time I went was legs. I literally couldn't walk up the stairs or down the
Mm,
stairs for probably 3 or 4 days. How is that fun?
no.
How does that make me want to run back there? Uh, I told him, I was like, that was too much. Oh no, you gotta feel sore. I was like, no, I'm not just sore. Like, I'm almost in pain, not like from
Mhm,
an injury, but, and I can take some pain. I'm gonna tell you, I have a really high threshold, but when
mhm.
I can't walk up and down the stairs for almost 4 days without like
Yeah,
having to hold on to the thing, like, that I think went too far. Do you
yeah.
realize my age? Like, and I haven't worked out in 2 years, and you're gonna throw this. And it was all TRX bands. Have you ever tried those?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. So it was my body weight, which yikes. Anyway, um, but I might not get the same results by me going to do my thing, but I am going, and
Yeah,
that can't be a bad thing.
no.
Am I right? Okay.
I'm
That's what I'm
so
thinking.
with you. And
Okay.
even if you're in your 30s and you can't walk for 4 days, how is that fun? It's like, even people in their 30s, I think, need to be
Why would I go back?
yeah. It was all about getting the results, but, you can get results by also just taking it steady and at your own pace, because that's if
Yes.
you don't finish, what's the use? If you are going through it and enjoy it, you're most likely to finish. So that's my thing
Yes.
anymore.
Yes. I mean, and don't get me wrong, there's a nice soreness to have.
Mhm.
There's a nice
Yeah.
soreness where you feel your muscles and you're like, oh,
Mhm.
this is great. But that was every time, probably I've gone like 4 times. Every time I've gone, I, I
Mhm.
can't, like, my arms, like the one time I was like, like, so I think maybe there was a happy medium, but I did not find that when I did those workouts. So I'm going to do my workouts. And my other son, my oldest son, he has a degree in exercise science. So they took the squat machine out. So I text him, I'm like, what should I do instead of squats? He's like, do these workouts. Perfect. I was like, I do not have the courage yet to go to the free weight section and get a little bar and do squats. I'm not there yet. So I
Mm,
will continue to
yeah,
do some leg presses and some la da 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 da. He was like, do these, do these. I
yeah,
was like, okay, fine, because I want to keep building those, because that's a marker, the squats for people
yeah,
getting
for
the other
sure.
side of 50. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, well, these are
Yeah,
all
I think
fun things. What
that
else
makes
is fun though? Cooking.
This is the
Cooking
perfect
is
topic
fun.
though, because making
Yeah,
fitness fun at any age is so important. You
it
will do it,
is.
right? Like
Yes.
I never thought I'd get
Yes.
up at 6 a.m., you know, now to do workouts when you don't have to. And I'm doing it because I'm having fun. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
What else? I was gonna check
Well,
with ChatGPT.
yes. Yeah, see what our friend ChatGPT has to say about fun
What should we
and
ask it?
play. Hi, can you share with us 50 something women what, I don't know,
How to
what we
play
do for
more.
fun, how to play more? Yeah.
All right.
See how human this thing really is.
Can you share with me 10 ideas for women over 50 to have more fun and play in life? Of course.
I can't wait to hear this.
I love how I said, of course, just like us talking to you. Here are 10 ideas for women over 50 to inject more
Your
fun and play into their lives.
10 ideas. Dude, I'm writing them down.
Join a dance class.
A dance class. By yourself? See, I never was into that. Okay, what else?
Yeah. Meet new people. It says, stay active, meet new people, have fun. And here's one up our alley since we're both authors. Start a book club.
Oh,
That could be
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Take up a creative hobby. This is one I'm getting into more is my creativity is like really speaking to me. So I'm doing more of that. Explore nature,
We do that.
travel. I do love to travel. I'm going on a
Yes.
cruise in a few weeks.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, attend a workshop or a class like photography, cooking, gardening. My sister does this all the time. She takes cooking class all the times. And then afterwards, she'll like say, Kim, I just learned this in my cooking class. It was so much fun. So she loves those. Uh,
Yeah.
volunteer for a cause you care about. Host a game
Yeah.
night. I do love games, like featuring board games and card games. I do love that. Try out adventure activities like ziplining or kayaking, and then embrace your inner child and go fly a kite, play mini golf, or have a picnic in the park. I like that one.
Okay. I do too.
Embrace
I
your
was
inner child.
wondering what they were going to say about embracing your inner child.
Well, ChatGPT must have an inner child because they recommended it to us.
Who knew? We can share that with the world. ChatGPT knows what an
That's
inner
right.
child is and what to do. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Well, some of those are good. I think, you know, we can pivot off of those. Pivot. See, pivot.
Pivot.
Yes.
And this has been probably one of the more fun conversations we've had. I think we need to talk about this more because I think having this conversation alone, we could go through all kinds of things about how to play and bring up one of those
Mm-hmm.
things. Like we could do talk about books here that
Mm-hmm.
were funny or that we really loved. We could play
Yes.
games. We could embrace
Yes.
our inner
Yes.
child.
Yes.
We could be goofy and dance on camera.
Uh, yes. Yeah. Yes, we could. Because,
Maybe not, she says.
well, no, you get to a certain age, and I think I'm there. And I really don't give a whatever uh,
F.
about that anymore. I think it would be fun. So who knows? Maybe we'll try it.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, I think with that, we've got some good ideas to
Yay.
go for this week.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to commit to one of those. I'm going to commit
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to, let's see, up the list. I am going to embrace my inner child. I'm going to I'm going to dance in my office in between meetings. I'm going to dance more.
Okay. I'll do that. And I've been there's a couple little classes that I might take here that I've been looking at. So
Nice.
I think I might pop into one of those. They don't start till May, but I think it's I could sign up and I could have
You
that
can
on my
sign up. That's
calendar to
first
look
step.
forward to.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Yay.
Well, until next time.
Okay. Bye bye,
Good talking to
everybody.
you.
Have a good week.